No, I love it because it's just like I love when I can have. It's been a while since I've had like a spontaneous conversation where it
Okay.
goes all the way off of the outline. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. One question I do want to ask is like, why do y'all feel like us heteros are down bad?
Ooh, ooh, y'all
Oh,
down bad. Ooh,
here
shit.
we go with this.
I'm praying for all straight women in the world. I love all women, but I'm praying for y'all for real because I feel like while Remy get her thoughts together, let me say this, and then I'm gonna let her talk. Straight women, heteros, are down bad because one, men. Now I ain't gonna say all, but most, and I got brothers. I'm the only girl, so and I hang with guys too. So I'm just gonna say this: men are not willing to learn. They are not willing to bend. They are not willing to adjust, compromise. They are so focused on alpha man,
Oh God,
submissive woman, and
high
all that. Y'all,
value.
all this stuff, and they got their list of shit, and you can barely keep your dick up for 2 minutes. I just don't get it. Like,
Hello,
I ain't
somebody.
never been with a man, but I'm telling you about the complaints
Hello,
that's been going
somebody.
on.
You
Like,
on point right now.
so you like, and then here's another thing. And I know this is like, well, Perp, you just said this, but this ain't about me, it's about them. They do not even want to attempt to be emotional or vulnerable. They don't even want to learn a woman's body, but they have so many demands.
Mm-hmm.
They want this housewife, they want this freak, they want this mama, they want this wife, they want all these things, but actually cannot provide and do the basics that has nothing to do with money or materialistic. You guys, that's why I feel like you guys need to be prayed for and out here bad. And like they out here, y'all out here bad, like because men just won't. And then on the flip side, to give some men some credit, women not even listening. You do have some men that's out here doing what they're supposed to do, but you have women that's not listening to them or that's not affording them the space or the opportunity to actually be themselves and express themselves because women have this idea of what a man should be and things like that. Right. And you have this man over here that's actually showing you, hey, I am a man. This is what I do. This is what we're going to do. We in this together. But when you're so used to fighting each other instead of working as a team, you don't know. And then you also have alpha women. Now to me, those who listening, the men that's listening, no disrespect, but most of y'all that say y'all alpha men are not alpha men. Y'all not. You don't even know what an alpha man is. But you can't even, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't even comprehend what it's like to be an alpha man and still deal with an alpha woman. So now you need someone that you figure who is beneath you instead of building and being with someone who you feel is your teammate, your helpmate, your partner. And so that's why I feel like straight women, hetero women are like, y'all are down bad because it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. And then I feel like some of you all are forced to actually try to take on a submissive role when you're not ready, just so this person that you with could look good, could feel good, but they ain't doing shit. This is for show, but sir, this is my feelings. This is how I feel. This is the life I want and how I want to operate. And you can't even meet me halfway. And then I think I said it, like they don't even try to learn your body. You just in it. Like it's like, and not just sexually, like non-sexual intimacy. Like
you can't tell when I had a bad day. Like
like just the simple stuff. Hey, I'm gonna let Ram take over after this, but random, I saw this tweet about this man talking about his wife want flowers and he not doing this and that. And I'm like,
why not?
Oh, because it's just gonna die. Like, sir,
what is it gonna hurt? And I've had men tell me that before. Like, I'm not gonna buy you no flowers because they just die anyway. It doesn't
matter.
Is that the point of it? Because if that's the point, we just
We just act like they're not attentive. They're not attentive to anything. Like not all of them, but most. Like it's like they're oblivious to stuff when it comes to women. But they always want to speak on women, speak on women's bodies, their hair, their clothes. You want to speak on. Half the time, I think I'm like, man, y'all hate women. Y'all want a man because the way you guys talk about women, the way you treat them. And I'm not saying women don't do the same thing, but on the scale of how men are when it comes to women, I'm like, ooh. And then when Key was live with that guy that day,
and that's where
that list.
That's where this came from. So if you're not aware,
Remy wasn't. She didn't hear it. She didn't hear it live. So you had to fill her in.
Yeah, we were showing support for a live that shout out to Kia Micro Speak. She was on live on a different podcast. I can't remember the name of it. And not to throw shade at nobody, but I think it came a day after she had another episode with someone, and we kept just seeing these patterns of these men saying the same kind of stuff about what a woman should be and what she should present, and this idea that women are more emotional, and just a very misogynistic conversations that it's the same kind of mindset that you can go and have with a random guy on the street, because it's like so many of them are on the same page when it comes to misogyny. And it is funny, and then I thought about it. I was like, this really ain't funny no more. Like this is the reality of what I got to work with, and this is why sexuality is not a choice, y'all, because y'all,
that's sad though.
It's sad because let me tell you, let me ask you this: if it's personal, just say, have you ever been with a woman? Have you ever been with a woman?
I had a segue a little bit. I had a women's sexual sensuality party maybe like a year or so ago. And I invited, all kinds of women, and we talked about our experiences. We dressed up or whatever. And I was like the only woman there that I had never been with a woman, and I've never had a desire to be with a woman. And that's why I was like, I know I'm heterosexual, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I feel I'm okay with that. I don't have the desire to have those certain experiences. And
I asked that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, I asked that because I was gonna say, let's see what you have it, so then I could just still say it anyway. If anyone listening has ever been with a woman, I'm not gonna say women aren't dogs. They ain't got it. Like there's some studs out here that's worse than these men.
Clearly,
but for the most part, we are literally all in. We're all in. We trying to learn the good, the bad, the ugly, the up, the down. We trying to learn your greatest fears. We trying to figure out, okay, well, you said red's your favorite color, but what part of red? Like, you want the middle, you like blue, but do you really like blue, or is it turquoise or indigo? Like, okay. Oh, I heard that once a month you got to go out of town for work, and it's the same schedule. So we done picked you up, and here go your favorite flowers. Like, this your favorite flower. So every other week you getting flowers. Like, we are, you know what? You definitely not having a good day today. So let's do something that'll cheer you up. Or, you had a long day. You got off later than what you're supposed to. Right. Now you got your bathroom. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's so different. Yeah. And I'm not saying men can't do that because it's men that do that, but
you tap into that feminine energy. And I think that's one of the questions I had is like, the masculine and the feminine energy plays a part in dating. Because it plays a part in us, like both of it. We have both the energies. And then when you're leaning into just one of those energies, and you're just ignoring the other one, you have a dynamic that says, I'm not going to pay attention. I'm not going to nurture you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what we get met with a lot when it comes to the dating. And this is not to bash men. I don't want, because I already know I'm going to get flack about some of this shit, but it is what it is.
But you get flack about truth. People cannot handle the truth, because right now, if you would have told me that you dated women before you dated studs, and you went on like a rant like I just did when it comes to the men and what I've noticed and seen, I will understand. And then of course I'll be talking like, it ain't all us, but it's true. It's true. Like, we say it's pee in the dating pool, but like, I feel bad for straight women, especially after dude had that list. Twin, I know you didn't hear it, Rem. He said no bonnets, no braid. Like, I was so confused.
No, you're talking about on a live. He had another list. I think you're talking about the episode, which that was just a small piece. That was a great episode.
Wait. The one on the live, did he say something about bonnets too, though?
I think he was just saying like, yeah, that's a no for me too. But his list was just so ridiculous about it. Was just, and I was like, I don't know if he was trying to be funny. I feel like part of it too, but I was like, I feel like you kind of serious with some of this.
No,
like,
serious.
Ren, what you got? Why we down bad, man? Help me.
Twin low key summed up majority of what I was gonna say anyway.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. You should have cut me off because man, these men.
She got passionate about that joke.
It's irritating every day on Twitter.
Imagine how I feel, man.
But I feel like I'm finna say Twin made some good points because I was gonna say like men are not really in touch with their emotional side, and then it's some women out here when men are in touch with their emotional side, they'll be like, oh, he's soft. He a soft ass nigga. That nigga soft. So it's like in the culture, it's like, especially I would say, especially the Black culture or our culture, it's like men not even supposed to really be in touch with their emotional side or they feminine. I ain't gonna say feminine, but it is technically their feminine side if you want to go feminine, masculine type energy. But it's like, I feel like it's taboo, like for men to not be in touch with their emotions or nothing like that. So it's like they feel like even if they don't, I feel like this is what I feel like. Even if they don't really feel that way, society makes them have to act that way just for them to feel like they masculine. And that shit all fucked up.
That's why everybody want to be an alpha man.
Right. But everybody can't be. I'm like, first of all, I think Damsel in the Dominant, we kind of had that discussion on that episode where I was just like, yo, like that shit ain't even a real thing, but go off about this, because I was adamant about calling myself an alpha, woman or alpha female. And I was just like, at the end of the day, like, yes, I do have a lot more masculine energy than, some other heterosexual women. However, I also know that I need to nurture my feminine side. And I've been doing that pretty well for the last couple of years. When I have a partner, I expect both in them because I know that's the only way a healthy relationship is going to be able to flourish. But we need to hold ourselves accountable for like how we show up in these spaces. If somebody is giving you the space to be your true self and you're still choosing not to, then let's have that discussion, because society tells us all kind of stuff. Like society will tell men all kind of stuff, but they're telling women all kind of stuff too.
Yeah, right.
And you have to make the choice to grow and mature out of that mindset that you're supposed to assume these kind of roles so that you can actually be who you are supposed to be as a person, a fulfilled person.
Right. That's true. That's true. Well, yeah, I pray for y'all because some of the stuff I read, I be like, oh, thank God I was born gay, because
not to mention the straight women. I did the straight. Y'all can't even see the quote unquote.
I did it for you.
The straight women that's supposed to be straight, but they only gay for me women. But it'd be like, y'all messed up too, because these men did something to y'all. So y'all coming to bother me now.
Right. And I heard y'all say that on the episode, and I was just like, isn't that kind of selfish a little bit? Like I get the appeal. I was like, you got to be really, really hurt to decide that you want to like ignore one part of you. Or it could just be like, pansexuality, where you're just attracted to and love who you love.
Right.
But it ain't paying for them.
But yeah, like if you just, I'm just this for you, but I don't know. Like I feel like that puts y'all at a disadvantage when it comes to actually feeling like you can trust the connection.
You're right. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because I don't touch the connection.
Nah. And I tell people all the time, I actually tweeted this early, like, I don't understand the obsession with straight women. No disrespect. Like the obsession that studs or masculine or center women, because everyone that looks masculine and dressed masculine, they don't consider themselves studs. Some are no labels, but all in all, the obsession that they have with straight women, I don't get it.
Would it be validation? Like if I can get her to like try, you know what I'm saying? For me, that mean I must be special.
But for me, it ain't. But for my personal aspects of it, it's not even like I like her because she's straight. It's because I like her because I like her. I don't care.
See, that's different.
I don't care if she's straight, gay, bisexual. I don't care what her preference is. I just like her.
Right.
And if she like me, then we like each other. Then all right, let's go.
But then you have some people that literally have an obsession with straight women. Like, yo, I'm gonna get her. I need to get her. And it's
I feel like, how straight is she? Is she going?
Yeah, I'm just look, but
he ain't all that straight. She can't be that straight.
Crooked little eye.
I pray for y'all because it's bad out here. Because even for straight women, you don't even know if your man is DL or not. Like, y'all, it's bad for y'all.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode that's coming on Stuff Vision Podcast.
I'm gonna listen to that one because I used to I listened to this other podcast. What was the name of it? Backseat Bus Drivers or something. It was a great podcast. They ended it, but it was two gay men, and they were talking about how a lot of times straight women have to account for the fact that some men are DL because we don't give those safe spaces for them to live in their truth. And I was like, I never thought of it that way, but it makes sense now. It's still accountability on that person's part. Like, you deciding to have a whole family and stuff out here. Now, come on now.
Yeah, that's some whole Tyler Perry movie.
Listen. What was it for Color Girls? That I'm not gonna do this with y'all.
Like it's for real now, and it's real.
It's an episode on the Stuff Vision Podcast.
You know what? The term only applies to men, and I understand because of like misogyny and patriarchy and stuff. Like, but I've never heard like of a woman who is, homosexual being like, have y'all heard about that in your community?
Wait,
being DL?
Like women being on a DL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Like, you talking about gay women on a DL with straight men? Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why you see so many quote unquote studs pregnant. A lot of them didn't go to no doctor. Let me tell you this, and I'm not being funny because this is a real thing.
Okay.
But back home in Chicago, and Rem know what I'm talking about. We know of, because I ain't gonna say we know them because they weren't in a circle, but we know of a lot of studs that ended up pregnant, and the first thing they said was that they was raped. But then you come to find out they used that because they didn't want to be judged. But literally, like, you do have lesbians that are down low.
Yeah.
Like, and when they could really just say they're bisexual, but because of their outer appearance or the way they carry themselves in women and women to women relationships, they don't want to say, hey, I'm bi, or they don't want to label it. But in the end, just as well as we feel some type of way about men as DL, you got to hold yourself accountable because you're sneaking and doing this.
Right.
And so
you're taking the choice away.
Lives. Yeah, you're taking the choice away. Then you putting people's lives in danger. Like, so yeah, yeah, it's real. It
happens. As soon as I asked that question, I thought about like all the older like aunties and cousins in my family that we know, but nobody don't talk about it. And I just be like, I hate the dynamic. I hate it. I just be like, why y'all let people be happy? Like, y'all see here, because I'm in the South. I'm in the dirty. Like, so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up because I know it's getting a little later and we didn't got all.
Yeah, you trying to kick us off? We was ready.
I love talking to y'all. Listen,
we ready for all the questions.
Okay, so since you wanna have all these questions, how much do we put on the zodiac and astrology beliefs when we're dating?
Oh,
Rem, you got it. I talked enough.
I mean,
go pass it off. Go out.
Well, me personally, I seem to attract like Leos. Like recently, super recently, I've like females around me, everybody like it's just been Leos. But I'm cool with that because all my best friends are Leos. Purp Leo, my best friend's a Leo. Like my feminine best friend is a Leo. My ex was a Leo. Like it's like I just for some odd reason been attracting Leos, but I get along with Leos. Like but I feel like it's not a big thing. Like I've interacted with a lot of, since I've been dating, I've interacted with a lot of different other signs too. So I don't take it deep into accountability because just because you have a sign, that doesn't mean that's how you act per se, because we got multiple types of signs depending on what you believe in and your moon and all that stuff.
And all that. Yeah, Mercury and third house. What?
Right. So with all that goodness going on, you can be you can be multiple different types of signs. So I consider that a little bit, because it's like cancers, like I don't know what it is about cancers, but I just don't like dating, being cool with. I could be cool with you, but dating, baby, no, it ain't go. I can't go.
What's your moon sign, Ram?
My moon sign is Venus. My Venus is Virgo is my moon sign. My actual sign is Libra.
Right, I know you're a Libra. Air sign, recognize air sign, but I'm a Cancer moon. I'm a Cancer moon, and I thought as soon as you said,
I don't get that vibe from you though.
What Aquarius?
Does she Aquarius?
No, I don't get that Cancer from you. I get the Aquarius from you.
Oh, girl, listen, I knew
I can feel the Aquarius through the screen.
Listen, it's strong. But when you said that, damn, Aquariuses are down bad too. God damn.
My brother Aquarius,
Satan
though.
Kids. I don't know if Aquarius are the Satan kids or Satan mama. Like, I literally would love to know when Satan's birthday, because I bet he's an Aquarius. I bet Satan's an Aquarius.
Yeah.
I just feel like,
but I love you though, and
Aquarius women are good friends. Y'all wonderful friends.
Because I told my ex that I would have loved to be her friend while we was in a relationship. Like, the friend that she was to her friends, I wish she would.
That hit a spot where you got to tell somebody that you treat your friends better than you treat me.
Yeah, like the way she showed up for friends, for family, the support, all that stuff when it comes to they business, whatever, birthday stuff. I told her I wish I had that. Yeah. She is a dope ass friend. Like, I'm telling you,
y'all A1 steak sauce on the friend side. Like,
what messes it up? What messes us up with the relationship?
I don't know, because
it's a wall that's there that y'all refuse to let it be broke down.
I rebuke this, y'all.
I feel like y'all just take in too much and put too much on y'all plate. Like, y'all be trying to please the relationship, y'all be trying to please the family, y'all be trying to please the friends, y'all be trying to please too many people, and y'all got problems with telling people no. So it'd be like, sometimes it feel like y'all put the family and the friends before the relationship.
Yeah, you forget about your person. And that was one thing. Let me say this. I don't base really things for real off signs. Like, but I have never met anyone that's been with Aquarius that didn't need help afterwards.
Jesus.
Those are facts. And let me tell you something. I have friends who have been with Aquarius, and when they would vent to me, I felt like I was talking to myself or listening to myself talk. Ooh. And it's always the same thing. Like, yo, how do Aquarius, for some reason, tend to forget about their person? Yeah. It's like they're non-existent. It's like, in the emotional, there's no emotions. It's like a brick.
Yeah, y'all definitely close off emotions. Like, y'all have.
I feel like it's an air sign thing, and I'm gonna say that because as someone who has dealt with other air signs, I find that I'm the person I'm y'all. Like, in this, I think what saves me is the Cancer moon. I'm not even gonna lie. I really do. Because with Aquarius, when you have your sun in Aquarius, and depending on where you have it, like, it's so weak that usually your moon is your dominating sign. And then for me to be a Cancer moon, it's in its natural planet, if y'all want to believe in all that stuff. So I'm emotional, is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. And I find that my problem.
You are emotional. Aquarius and Cancer, you're emotional than a motherfucker.
I find that I have the opposite, where I was constantly putting everything before myself. Like, so I'll never forget my person, but I'm forgetting me. And so I had to learn how to say no to everybody. I had to learn how to set those boundaries and be like, you know what? I can't do X, Y, and Z. And I had to learn how to advocate for myself and be like, you know what? I need more. Like, and I need for you to show up. And I realized, like, I'm not going to discount it because, like I said, I feel like whenever you have people who are unhealthy, a lot of times what we see is them being unhealthy in the aspects of the signs, right? So everybody knows a bad Gemini, everybody knows a bad Aquarius, and everybody got a bad Leo and a Scorpio in his textbook.
I think that's their personal trait, though. That's people personal traits. That don't necessarily have to do with their zodiac.
Not necessarily, but it's just like, it's just trying to give you some truth, like, and that's where the arguments come from with, you know, oh man, I don't date Aquarius. Every time I tell somebody what my sign is, they like men, women alike, they be like, oh man. God damn.
Nah, but because let me tell you something. Dating an Aquarius is traumatizing. Like it's trauma. When I tell y'all it's traumatizing, it is very traumatizing. And then it's also traumatizing because
on behalf of all Aquarius, I'm sorry.
I have had friends who have been with them. So it's even more traumatizing because I got to hear their stories. And it's like, yo, like, how do we move on from this? And the crazy thing about it is, like, I remember telling my ex, like, you are worn down, you are beat, you are drained. You need to start telling these people no. You have your job, you have all these businesses. You have to show up. You have to be the big sister because you have siblings younger than you. Then even the big sister to your older siblings. You gotta do this. You gotta do that.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You show up and do this for everybody. I said, but you're gonna have to start saying no. I said, but I didn't even realize saying no was so hard to you. I said, because you don't do none of this for me. And now we're gonna argue because it's
Purp, like, I promise, like, no cap. I just had this same conversation with another air sign. Not just, but like one of my last situations. So I get
I like, literally just said that too to Aquarius. I literally just said that to Aquarius. Like, y'all do not know how to say no.
I'm like, but you know how to say no to me anytime I need something. Like, I get a no immediately. Anytime somebody else needs something, you was there with your damn cape on.
Yeah, like I literally have this cape on for you and all this other stuff, and then I have to sit back and watch you do what you do for everybody else, and I can't get a simple, "Hey, how's your day?" Or if I actually how your day, man, look, I just got from work. It was a lot. I don't even want to talk about it. But then you're on the phone and you
telling everybody else about it.
You know what, y'all? I'm gonna let y'all have this one. I just feel like I might be a little bit of an exception. I ain't saying that arrogantly, but I know it's true to it because I've experienced it. And I don't feel like it's an Aquarius thing. I feel like it's an air sign thing. And I feel like
it is an air sign thing. It's facts. Because I have problems telling people no.
Yes, you're an air sign.
Yeah, it's an air sign.
Because here I go. Look, this is me. Twin, tell your ass no. Well, no, I just...
Look, we gonna find an excuse. Like, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it because if I don't do it, then I'm gonna be thinking about doing it. I'm just do
it. So that's that on the...
It's an air sign thing.
This Aquarius stuff.
So you was like, so what are the red flags that we give off? Since everybody want to talk about red flags this past week.
We as in people, or we, when you say we, you mean Aquarius?
Your individual self.
Oh, go ahead, Rem.
Purple Rim. Like, what is your red flag that you feel like you have when other people come in contact with you?
With my red flags with me or my red flags with them?
Let's do both.
Oh shit. Okay. I don't know. My red flags with other people and myself, I ain't gonna not even put it on myself because I had this problem too. It's communication. I hate people who can't communicate. Like, communication to me is a red flag. Like, if I text you and it take you 3 hours to text me back, and I see you look at my snaps and my Insta snaps and fucking like my pictures on Instagram, but you ain't text me.
You gonna double tap like you ain't text me, like you text me back, like
look, little sister here,
I'm hollering over here. I'm dead.
Cause communication to me is like the key, especially when you dealing with a lot of people and you dealing with people professionally and you have businesses or you dealing with people with businesses or just people in general. Like communication is like always a red flag for me, because it's like if you can't communicate with me on some simple shit, we can't even move towards anything serious. We can't do no real business. We can't do none of that because you can't even communicate with simple stuff. Right. So how can we move on to bigger pictures or a serious relationship or major business or any type of that, anything like that, if you can't even communicate? You can't even text me back. Like, you can't make a phone call. You can't say, oh, like, communication is like the biggest pet peeve for me. It's like a super red flag. But I also have problems with communication, so I can't really be on niggas' ass. But because it's like the pot calling the kettle black, but
it's you plugging that at the end for me. It's like, you went off. You went off. And then you was like, but you know what? I also,
because you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie
accountability.
You can't lie to yourself or the real. But communication is like the most major red flag for me, period. Because I feel like
to second that one.
Because I can't move on or do nothing else with you if you can't communicate with me.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, what's my red flag for myself? Yes, you want to know all the ones I wrote down, or just
that? Oh, wait, that was the red flag list?
No, that wasn't a red flag list. It's on here though.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay, so I got avoidance and deflecting, silent treatment. Sometimes I could be immature and petty. My word usage. Speaking up for myself when someone speaks up for themselves, and wanting people to have the same level of excitement in my shit like I do in their shit. That's exactly how I worded it.
But is that a red flag though? Because why wouldn't you?
It's a red flag for me. I'm working on it. Let me just put that out there. But it is a red flag for me because I use it to my advantage to insert my silent treatment in my moments to be petty.
Oh, got you. Yeah. Okay, self-awareness. But the self-awareness is there for me. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good list.
You can't lie to yourself.
I can't. Yeah, those are my red flags. Like,
I'm a second the communication, and for from your list, Purp, I'm gonna say dang, I just lost it. You said something about, what was the third one?
Sometimes I could be immature and petty.
Okay, no, not that one. What's the fourth?
My word usage.
Okay, that words. One. So, right. The word uses, because sometimes I could be accusatory, right? When I'm trying to have a conversation and I'm already like verbally being abrasive, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that can be a thing. And sometimes I want people, not necessarily, I'm a communicator, but I also want them to read my mind sometimes. And I won't communicate until I've already given them ample time to do that. And then when they
Aquarius.
fail,
that's some Aquarius woman.
That's some Aquarius shit.
When they fail to do it, then I'm gonna bring the conversation to them. But I'm already be feeling some type of way.
Right.
But how can you assume I can read your mind?
It's not that I'm assuming that you can read my mind. It's like the way I think part of it is the way I show up for people. I'm showing you how I want you to show up for me. So if I can notice these things about you, if I can help your life be easier, why wouldn't I want you to do that for me? And I don't want to have to tell you. It's like the argument, like, I don't want to have to tell you to buy me flowers. I just kind of, if I tell you to buy them and then you buy them, like, that's pointless. I want you to be able to want to do that stuff on your own. So if I have to do that kind of stuff, like, I just feel like it's just missing the point. But then I get mad when it don't happen.
That's definitely some Aquarius stuff.
Yeah. But
it's a red flag, because if I just speak up the first time, it bothers me. That's why I'm gonna hold myself accountable for that. If I speak up and say, you know what, I feel like I want you to say something to the fact that I want you to be more attentive to the things, to my interests, to things I like, and to the things I want to make my life easier. If I can say that sooner instead of letting it all pile up, I would be better off.
But you gotta remember, no offense to anybody, you talking about men, they slow a little bit. So
I love y'all y'all got more male builders than women. So let me.
I'm just saying, like, it's like at some point you just gotta, it's like you gotta write it on a piece of paper, on a sticky note, and stick it on their forehead.
I don't want no child.
Okay, I was just about to say, but who wants a child? I'm not gonna hold your hand forever. But here, this is what I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna say is there really a red flag. I was gonna say that's why people have to be careful with those unspoken expectations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that falls in line with the communication, like if you said it once or whatever, because women, doesn't matter if you straight, gay, whatever, do expect men or the woman that they're with to be mind readers. It's like, okay, you showed me this, but like, do you want this? Like, how do I know? Like, okay, you said this one time, or you did something one time, but like, is this really what it is? Mm-hmm. It's like, let's have a conversation. Now, we don't have to have no interview, but along the way, some way, somehow, I'm going to find out that you love flowers, or that you like flowers,
right?
Or that your favorite wine is red wine, or so, I don't know, whatever. But and you like those gestures. But I also tend to realize or see that if a person doesn't feel like it's appreciated, like someone appreciates their gesture, they just stop doing it. So it's like, okay, you showed me this, but I did it, and you wasn't even like, oh, thank you. So now it's like, well, you
that's facts.
So I want to have that problem then. Shit, like let me get it first, God dang, because that's facts. You feel like because you stopped it. I've stopped doing it before too, because I feel like you're not if you don't even have to tell me the things that you like or you want, and I'm doing them, and then I don't feel like they're appreciated, but then you got something to say as soon as I stop doing them because I'm exhausting myself for no reason.
Right.
Yeah. It's that happened to me.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
With Aquarius.
It was like, it was a Leo. Hers was a Leo. Mine was Aquarius. It was like, wait, what? Like, did you not see? Okay. But I did say this. I said, that cup I was pouring from is in the negatives. It's so empty. I can't even.
You got a hole in it, baby.
Yeah, I can't even put a drip in it and it won't fall. Like I done gave and poured everything over here. I can't even put a half of a sprinkle in me, and you're talking about how I'm reacting or not acting. Did you not? Let me tell y'all, when I said this, I don't know if I told Remy this not too long ago. When I said this, that motherfucker said, "Oh, okay then, all right," and walked off.
Part me and you, I'm telling you, we have an understanding, because I had a conversation with I'm gonna leave it there, and it was a similar conversation. I was just like, I'm on the edge. I'm ready to go ahead and let this thing go, because I feel like you're not really, the sentiment of it, the language was different, but in the conversation, the person was like, well, I feel like you could just do this, and this, and started listening to things I could do to give more. And I was like, I stopped. And I got upset because I was like, I stopped doing those things because I'm drained. Like, I was like, I'm already drained and you're still asking for more. It's so infuriating when you're giving your all to somebody and they're still telling you it's not enough. And yet you're not even meeting me halfway. What are you giving? I was like, I wouldn't be drained if you were pouring back into me, but my cup, like you said, is in the negative. How the hell am I going to give you more? I've been taking from myself to give to you. But you've been taking. You've been taking, and I ain't gave shit back, and you still gonna sit here in my face and tell me that it still ain't enough. I ain't gonna. We ain't gonna do this on this episode, Lord.
Wait, what you was about to say, Remy was about to say something.
No, I was just sucking in the experiences. I already know where y'all coming from, boy. Y'all already know where y'all coming from, boy.
Oh man,
damn, that sucks.
All right, let's end on a good note. Since this is a dating episode, apparently, a dating experiences episode.
We took it left, huh?
We took it somewhere. It's somewhere.
But it's a conversation that needed to be held.
It is like
because in the end, women need to do better, men need to do better.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you with a man and man, man and woman,
Studs
woman
need
and
to
woman.
do better.
Studs need to do better because we think we our own gender entity anyway. We got to do better. As a whole, as humans, we have to do better.
Yeah.
We have to treat people better. And we also have to learn when people aren't treating us the way we know we should be treated. We have to learn when to cut it off and don't let it go longer and longer.
Right.
Because at this point, we cannot hold them accountable for how we're allowing them to treat us.
Right.
So we have to do better as a whole. Like, I don't care who you're dating. If it's kids, I got a problem with you. But I don't care. It could be a dog, whatever. You have to do better. But I'm just saying. We have to do better. I know this went left, but it was a conversation that needs to be held because women are unhappy with their treatment, and whether it's hands-on or just the things that they're reading by their male counterparts and what they're saying. Men are the same way. Men feel like women don't let them be vulnerable or let them be them true selves. They want them to be someone else. Women feel like men want them to be like the women from the 1930s and 40s and 1900s.
Right. Shit ain't gonna happen.
We as studs feel like women treat us exactly like men, don't give us the space to be open and vulnerable, and we got to do everything as if it's a heterosexual relationship, and it's not. Right. And femmes feel like studs dog them out. It's just all over board, when in reality, if we just stop fighting each other and come together and stop trying to be a step above the other. Yes, you can have an alpha and a beta, right? That's cool. But in reality, if you don't have teamwork, if you don't have partnership, if you don't have help, if you're not treat each other with respect and as if we are equal, you're gonna fail. We might not necessarily be equal, right? But what I lack, I want my woman to be
strong in,
and vice versa. Like, for instance, I didn't have chores growing up, so I'm learning over time
to wash the clothes and stuff like that.
I love washing clothes. Like, that's one thing I did learn, but like, I didn't have to do that. Like, I just had to go outside, play, go to school, whatever, get good grades, play sports, whatever. So I didn't have that. And my grandmother would tell people all the time, like, that's one thing I regret. Me and her and my grandfather, they'd be like, we should have made her do chores, right? But I lack in, it's not that I don't know how to clean. I lack in cleaning on a certain level, if that makes sense. Me, I'll take the garbage out. I'll take the stuff off the counter or whatever. But it's like, well, did you dust? Did you hit the boards? I'm not doing, I won't touch, honestly, I won't even touch a dish. Like, I won't do any, I lack in that because I wasn't taught that, and I really don't know how to do it. So over time, and honestly, all the way up into, right before I graduated from college, like, my stuff was being done by someone. So it's just like, okay, I'm learning. So I lack there. But for me, I feel like most people can't clean how a woman would want them to clean anyway. I lack there, but I don't lack in making sure your car is good. You don't have to worry about gas. You don't have to worry about oil change. You don't have to worry about that stuff. I'll wash the clothes for you. I love washing clothes. I don't lack there. But as far as like effectively cleaning the way someone would want me to clean, I know I lack there. This is exactly why someone comes to clean my place every week. Like,
but you're bringing that to the table, and I think that's the difference. It's like, I don't want to be partnered with somebody who, yes, you weren't domesticated in that way for you to know how to do things in the house, and that's fine. I don't mind cleaning. Cleaning is actually a little bit relaxing for me. I have to clean because I can't be in a cluttered, chaotic space. That's not how my mind works. I get itchy. Like, so I can do that. But can you do the basic stuff? Like, if I'm going to clean, can you go get the groceries? Like, if I'm going to, be doing stuff around the house, can you make sure the car is good? If we need gas, like, can you make sure that the air is in the tires? Like, the bills are paid. Like that's how we balance each other out. We're not saying, I don't even want to use like equality no more. I want to say equity. Like, we're balancing each other in that way. Right. So it's just like, I don't need you to be great at everything, because I'm not going to come great at everything. I'm telling you that now. Like,
nobody's perfect,
but come with the intention to make my life easier on some levels, and I'm going to do the same. That's it.
Same facts. I'm telling you, like, That's how I operate. Like I would tell you, like, okay, I can't do this on the level you would like. So if that's your thing, that's your ministry, by all means. But what is it? What else? What is it? What else could I do? What is it that I can help you with? Because like I said, I'm very strategic when it comes to washing clothes, everything down to the colors. And I don't mean like whites and colors. I mean blues get washed, yellows get
with
like
blues. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm that type of person. So I got you there, but
I throw everything in one wash machine. Whites be down.
Yeah. You gotta get up out of here now.
Yeah, you got to. Because that's not like literally when I tell you this is how I would do that. Like you talking about groceries, tell me what you want, but it depends on how we living. I'm already knowing what you like, don't like. That shit have been delivered. I'm not going in. I get it delivered. Like I'm a, like stuff.
Yeah, twin want to get me to get water delivered to the house and shit.
I don't understand. She doesn't get water delivered to the house.
I like going to the grocery store.
I'm gonna say that now. If I ain't paying no fee for that extra, now I'm just go to the store and get it.
She already getting a bunch of cases, then she getting water, she getting coffee. Just order it. I tell her this all the time. But see, I like going to the store. I pay for convenience. I
do sometimes too. I ain't gonna hold you on that.
She like going to the store.
I just like going to the store though. I like being outside and going to interact and with going. People. Not even the people. I just like being, because literally I go to the grocery store and have a podcast on and I care about who around me.
That's me. I'm both of y'all. I feel like I'm both aspects of both of y'all in this conversation because I just did that today.
Like I literally go to the grocery store and had the AirPods in and listen to podcasts. Like it's just having time to listen to the podcast and move around and do stuff. Yeah. Like it don't even necessarily be the people in the store. Matter of fact, the people in the store cannot say nothing to me at all.
Right. Like, that's why I got these earpods in because I want you to know I don't want you talking.
Don't come over on the real. I want to, but I'm the type of motherfucker. I want to look at my produce and my salads and all that good stuff.
I feel you on that real.
Honey salads, but that was my little rant. I just feel like everyone should try to get on one accord, and what works for you is what worked for you. But in the midst of that, don't have someone feeling less than because they're not on a level that you want them to be in, and they don't know what you are expecting from them or want.
Right.
Like,
unless you come in like a soup sandwich, then I'm gonna tell you about yourself.
Right. I mean, because we all a work in progress. Like,
okay, but I'll at least be a saltine cracker.
I mean, that's true. I look.
Club cracker. I need you to be a club.
I just want someone that. You don't have to be 100% healed, like you said. I don't think that's even possible. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want someone that's working on it. Someone that's working on it. Like you're working on it. That's what I need to hear. That's what I need to know, and not just saying it because I want to hear that. Like actively doing the work because it will show. If you not doing the work,
it's gonna show up in our connection, like, and I'm gonna have to take the brunt of all of that mess that you still carrying around with you, and our connection is gonna suffer because of it. So it's just like healing is not just something that you put off on somebody else. Like, and I feel like so many partners or people who are potential companions and partners, they do that. They wait till they get in a relationship and they expect the person to take on the responsibility of helping them heal. You do some work first, and then we can see how much progress you've made, and we can go from there. Right. But if I'm sitting over here and I'm on my wellness, spiritual awakening, all this kind of stuff, I'm doing all this work, and you coming over here and you telling me you don't believe in therapy, well, one of us got some issues.
Red flag.
Yeah,
that's a red
flag.
Such a red flag. That's a red flag. It's so many. I ain't even gonna make this a man thing, but we already know. So I hear that so much, and I just be like, oh, you realize I'll be like looking at different aspects of their life. I'm just like, this could be fixed if you just go and deal with your shit. Like, if you just go and deal with it.
Facts.
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go.
Shut up.
No, go ahead.
How can they deal with their shit if for so long they've been taught to suck it up? A man don't cry, a man don't feel, a man provides, a man is this, that. So I'm not saying they can't, but how can they, if they have always been taught this, like how can we help them understand just because you were taught that, or heard that forever. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's true. How can we provide them a space to want to say, okay,
they have to provide that space for themselves. Like I don't, it's no longer on us. And I feel like it's this famous thing by Toni Morrison when she was like, the problem of racism is basically on white people, right? And so I think the same thing comes with misogyny and patriarchy and stuff like that. When it comes to this conversation about men in particular not being given safe spaces to be vulnerable and soft and emotional, I look at my experiences as a Black female child, and I wasn't given that opportunity either, which is why I struggle with vulnerability too. However, there were choices I had to make to lean into that. When I'm not saying it wasn't a little bit easier because I am female for me to be able to cry in public and do that different kind of stuff.
Right.
What I do know was it didn't feel natural for me to do those things because I hadn't been taught to express myself in those types of emotional releases. Mm-hmm. So when I hear men say, well, we're not given safe spaces to express, are you creating those safe spaces?
Right.
I wasn't taught how to do X, Y, and Z, but you are aware that you should know that. So what are you doing to learn it? Right. Like, at what point are we going to hold ourselves accountable for being better and stop putting off the responsibility on other people to fix our shit? Like I know sometimes it sounds like I can be hard when it comes to like the whole thing of men, but honestly, when I look at stuff right now, and when it comes to healing and getting better, who's doing the work in our community?
The Black women. Who's doing the work in the world? Black women. We're tired. We are tired.
Who's going to therapy? Even if it's not a professional therapy, who's talking about this stuff? Who's actually interested in being healed and better? It's us.
Yes.
We haven't
all those generational curses.
You have to have a commitment to being a better self. And when you are committed to that, when you are self-aware to want those things for yourself, you hold yourself accountable and you do the work to be better. I just be like, I get y'all went and taught you were told to suck it up. But guess what? In my household, I ain't know how to cry in front of nobody because there was no space for my emotions. So that's the story of so many Black little girls that grew up to be Black women who understood that they needed to get better for their children, for their partners, for themselves.
That's right.
So when are you going to stop using these same excuses? Because at this point, that's what it is. We know you weren't given the space to do that. Yeah. We know the world still doesn't give you space to do that. Are you going to take that space for yourself?
I mean, they want to sit at every other table anyway, so why not? They demanded the seats at tables that people don't even want to see us even walk through the door. So for that table, so why not? Right. Why not? I only asked you that to see what you were gonna say because it's interesting. Because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, we have to do this for them." We don't have to do shit because we've been doing everything. Because eventually, I'll turn it around to one of those, and Remy will tell you, I'll be like, "What about us? Who's gonna do it for the woman, especially the Black women? We don't
get help." We get help from other Black women. That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Come on now. I know that but this is about to be a 3-part episode.
But that's it.
Right. One thing I said before was everybody wants to help the Black man in our community, right? Help the Black man. But Black man ain't did this. The Black man get that. How are we gonna help the Black man understand this and how are we gonna help him heal? Who waits for us? Who allows Black women to be a mess? Who allows Black women to be mediocre? Who allows Black women to not have their shit figured out? Who allows us to like go about in these spaces and mess up and then be like, oh, okay, well, I wasn't taught it. We get scrutinized so bad for the simple stuff. So it's like we couldn't even show up in these spaces half-assed, and yet y'all want us to help you when we have to. No.
Let me tell you, Black women are tired. We are tired. We are literally helping and doing and fixing and healing and raising, and we are doing everything. No one is on the front line more than a Black woman.
And Black women criticize Black women. We got to take it from Black women too. So we getting hit at all angles at this point.
The most disrespected person in the world is what?
Come on now. Come on.
Okay.
We already know.
Yeah.
And this is not like, to bring it back, I don't want my male listeners to listen to hear this and feel like we bashing you. All I'm saying is we just had the accountability episode. And whenever we hear these questions about what Black women bring to the table, Black men weren't taught certain things. I'm so tired. Please don't be having these conversations with your friends and not holding yourself accountable for the ways that you are feeling yourself if you're not doing the work, because it's nobody else's job.
No, it's no one else's job. And like I said, I grew up with brothers. And I'm always around my male friends and grew up around them, so I'm not bashing them, but I hold them accountable too, and I have to make them hold themselves accountable. Remy will tell you, she always tell me, twin, stop arguing on Twitter with your brother, with my little brother, because
I was like, oh Lord,
he say some stuff, but men, I just want y'all to know, y'all have to do better. And if you feel some type of way, and it's not my show, but I'm just gonna say this, maybe you should, maybe you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, for you as a man, but as a Black man, like, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you feel some type of way, you have to do better. I
was just gonna say, if you feel some type of way, because you may not feel any type of way. You might be A1 steak sauce, a alpha male man doing everything for the family man on earth, everything good. You could be that dude, but it ain't a lot of y'all.
It ain't. And I'm just trying to find the right one of y'all. Like, that's it. Because I know you out there, but also speak up when you see these other men out here. Just like y'all, like, I hold myself to account to hold other women like accountable for the ways that we're feeling. But I feel like we're getting to a space where we do that before anybody else can, because we're so used to being under a microscope.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, amongst my friend group, at least, and the women that I interact with, I know that we're already going to call ourselves out on the BS. Like, my best friend called me out today on some BS. Like, I'm telling you, like, it happens. Like, she was just like, you know, hold yourself accountable for this. I don't think that's going to be the right decision for you, and I'm going to tell you why. And we went from there, and I was able to receive it. But,
you know, Remy called me out about something last year. Earlier last year.
This was pre-breakup?
No. It was in 2019. She held me accountable for something, right? And so, like, this is what I did. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. She was completely right in what she said, but what Remy fucked up at, she didn't fuck up, but in my mind, it's like, this is what she fucked up at. She cursed in her text message. I said, we're both adults, and I'm not a kid, so you ain't gonna be cussing at me. And it's a way of deflection. And I wasn't mad because she called out what it was, right? Because she was absolutely right. After I said what I said, she didn't text back. She probably was like, there go this nigga with this shit, like, because we always cussing. But like, later on, I did hit her with the, okay, I did say I was mad because you cussed or whatever. I don't know if it's the exact words, but we did have a conversation about it. And it was just like, you know, this is what it is. This is what it ain't. This is what's going on, or whatever the case may be. I didn't like this. What I didn't like had nothing to do with her, but it had something to do with her at the same time. It wasn't about her per se. It's nothing that she did, but she was relaying a message to me about how she felt about how I handled it in the end. And she held me accountable for it. But when it was all said and done, like, after I got done deflecting it because she cursed at me or whatever, it was like, yeah, you're right. Like, and this is what it was. And it was nothing, it was no bad blood from that or whatever. And for me, it was one of those moments where, and I always tell people, we are not yes men for each other. No matter how close we are, no matter what we do, we can do a call out. And I've done that to Remy recently. I'm like, you need to cut some people off. You got way too many women around you in your life, and it's messing you up. Like, you all over the place. Like, you just can't function right now. She's like,
am I a pimping?
But that's how it goes. Like,
but it was facts. It was facts. I had to get rid of motherfucking energy vampires. They was sucking.
That's them two conversations you was telling us about earlier.
No. It wasn't even them two conversations.
What them? Real?
Wait, real talk for yourself. I'm talking for you like I'm the spokesman. Talk for yourself, nigga.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes you have to look at yourself and be like, this motherfucker right. I need to get rid of these bitches out of my life. Because it's just like I was new. First of all, it's summertime in Chicago, and summertime in Chicago be busting. So you want to be everywhere with everybody and see everything. So I was living my best life on my taco tour. So I was going to different restaurants with different people, different dates, eating different tacos. I was on my taco tour. So it was like, by the time summer started ending and like around July, August, like twin birthday around them times, it was to the point like, bruh, it's too much going on at this point. This person going through this person going through that person going through that. Like, I was literally trying to be therapist for everybody, and it was just draining me out.
Yeah.
It was just sucking me dry. Like, I'm to the point I'm breaking down and emotional about certain stuff, and it ain't even got shit to do with me.
Like, I've been there before. I feel you. So
Twin had to literally step in, like, and I love my brothers. I love my bros. I mean, my actual brothers. I love them, but they can't help me. Only Twin can help me because they don't relate. They can't relate to, like, I don't want to say it like this, but they can't really relate to gay life. Right. Because they not studs, they not gay. So it'd be like me and Twin be each other therapists. Like, whatever we going through, we turn to each other because we gonna relate to each other more. But it was just like Twin had to hit a nigga up like, hey nigga, at this point I was literally draining Twin from all the stuff I was going through.
Ooh, when you so close to a person that they the only outlet you got for a certain topic, and you keep going to them, and it's just like, dang, I know it's heavy on me now. I'm dumping it all on you, but you the only person I can really talk to and get it off of me. And like, I had to tell my best friend this morning. I was like, well, I'm sorry, because I called her to tell her about some drama that I was like not a witness to. I ain't in no drama because I don't do that. But it's like adjacent to me. I just be like, it be off to the side, but I'm still somewhere around it. Right. And so I was calling her to tell her. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I feel like I be calling you with all kind of drama that be happening around me, but I really don't know who else to talk to about this stuff because nobody else is going to relate to minding your own business, but still seeing all this shit that's happening and people coming to you for advice and stuff like that. So, I mean, it'd be like that. And having those friends where they can tell you like, yo, some of this is your own doing, or you need to clear out some space for you to have like the life that you want, like holding you accountable. Like that's what love is to me. Like a part of love is being able to hold yourself accountable and hold those around you accountable. Because I'm not just going to, like you said, sit here and be a yes man. I'm not just going to sit here and watch as you just go through whatever and not call you out on the BS that's creating it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You need that in your life.
You need it. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out because I know it's late.
We took up all your time. Did we hit all the questions? We good?
Y'all did. Like, I know we didn't hit some of them, but this definitely won't be the last time we talk to each other.
We gonna have to do a part two. Yeah, part two.
Shit, this already a part two. If I'm honest, I'm gonna break this down into two parts.
Yeah, I done went on rants and shit. I'm sorry.
We just gonna have her on our podcast, and we gonna take it over there.
Oh, I'm down for it. But no, y'all didn't take up any time. I love this conversation. Like I said before, like we talked the way we needed to talk. Like we've been knowing each other for a while.
Wait, can I ask this? Because I thought you was gonna ask this. Then we could really end it. Because we've been trying to wrap this up like it's a benediction at the church. You put on here, are we bad at dating?
Right, not you and Rim.
No. I know what you meant, but like, I want you to answer that. Like, do you think we're bad at dating?
from my stories and our podcasts and stuff.
For both of y'all. Okay.
I was saying in general, but I was saying in general. Let's go in general.
I don't know if I know enough information to make that assessment personal.
No, I was saying in general. Rim was saying.
I wanted to know personally because my whole life on the Stud Vision podcast at this point. So tell me something I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna hit you up with personal ones after I hear about these 4 exes y'all share.
All right, cool.
But
it's more than 4, but okay.
Oh Lord, but in general, I think that it's a little bit of what we kind of spoke on before with us not knowing, some of us not knowing how to. Like, I don't necessarily think it's the right way, but I do know it's a wrong way, right? So if you got too much going on, you don't really actually have an interest in connecting with people. You just want an audience around you, basically. I feel like that's part of the reason why our generation or the dating pool got pee in it. It's because people are more interested in not being alone with themselves than they are with connecting healthily with somebody else. That's part of it. I think that sometimes we can be selfish and we seek in our dating only what we want and not assess what we can give in return. So you're looking at, that's when you come into like all these ridiculous lists about what the other person is supposed to have, but yet you don't have the stuff on your list. Like, right. That's part of it. And then I also think that it always comes back down to vulnerability too. Like, even when you get past everything else and you narrow down all the other people down to one person, are you actually ready to give yourself and dedicate yourself to connecting with somebody else? Because it's not marriage, but we got to be honest. We're talking about a whole nother person. That's work. And people don't get that. I really feel, I say it every other episode because it's so true. It's work when you're bringing somebody else into your life. You're trying to build with them, like, and we forget that. We allow that person to be an accessory in our life and not a partner. So they look nice on our arm. It feels good to play with it. And interact with it and everything else.
This is all facts.
But that's why I think that we need to get better at dating, because sometimes we just selfish and we don't listen to ourselves or other people.
I can dig it.
I feel that. It's not enough self-love before you jump back in the dating pool.
That too. That too. That's the go-to. It's like love self first. Like, I feel like that shit already. You gotta love yourself, man.
But people say, I feel like people say that, but they ain't out here doing the work.
Because love looks like, if your definition of love is already tainted and warped, then your self-love gonna be reflective of that. If your love is all about what you can get and what you can present or show to other people and not actually like doing the deep down hard work in yourself, you still gonna be in them same patterns, picking them same people. You've been dating the same person five times, but it's all 5 different people.
You are what you attract. You are what you attract.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I ain't got to say that other than I think we are bad at dating because we date based on social media.
Ooh. Now there's a topic there.
Yeah.
Y'all might have to stay tuned. Look, write it down. Yeah. Might have to stay tuned for part 3.
Yeah. We can run it back for that. I bet you go. Look, I will remember my thoughts on that because I'm a firm believer that we date based off social media.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead and plug everything to do with Stud Vision Podcast, where they can find y'all, what days you drop.
Go ahead, twin.
Yo. You can find us on Instagram. Oh shit. Wait, edit this part out. Wait,
I got you.
I'm about to play the song. I was trying to catch the song. I was trying to find the song. I was trying to find it. I don't even know where it's at no more. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was gonna end her answer that quick. Throw us in there right that quick.
I'm sorry. I try to have a good flow.
For 3 hours. Yeah, I know. I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. Yeah, I'm gonna just chop the episode in half. That's all. Look, y'all done gave me 2 weeks of material. I'm fine with this.
I'm trying to find the phone number and everything.
With Remy and Purp. Let's go. Started from the bottom like we came from the dirt. Come on. Put in hard work. Now we going berserk. Get what I deserve. Please do not disturb. This is Stud Vision Podcast with Remy and Purp.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? You can find us on Instagram, Stud Vision Podcast. Find us on Twitter, Stud Vision PCast. Find us on Facebook, Stud Vision Podcast with Remy and Purp. Hey, you know how the song go. Hey. We got a number too. We got a hotline. It's
708-949-6702. That's 708-949-6702. Call, text, leave comments, talk crazy, whatever y'all want to do on the hotline.
We got an email, studvisionpodcast@gmail.com. So that's where y'all can find us at. We talk back.
Yeah.
I love it. And
we
builders,
appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all. Like, this has been great.
This was long. I'm sorry. I keep saying sorry. I'm learning not to apologize.
Sorry for what? Like, really, honestly, this is a great conversation. This is the kind of stuff like that happens every once in a blue moon where I can have just a conversation on the mic without actually having to look at my outline. I love this. So I appreciate y'all talking to me and y'all being up here for 3
We don't care. We do this. This is what we do. We be up at 8 a.m. doing podcasts.
Oh, see, now I done did that before. That's why I'm like, I'm a 7 o'clock girl, because that 8 a.m. is something different.
Like fresh off of Starbucks, ready to get it cracking. Barely alive, but we gonna get it cracking.
We appreciate you though.
Thank you.
I said Twin be on it. Twin to wake a nigga up like, nigga, is you ready?
Oh, yeah, I will. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you, man. This is our first time somebody trying to work with us or talk to us and get to know us and
much
stuff.
more. Like, when y'all gonna make the rounds. Mark my words. Y'all gonna make the rounds.
Appreciate it.
You gonna make the rounds too. What you mean?
Hey, listen, I'm down for it. Kantoinette is down to guest anywhere. just come correct with the we can have a conversation.
We're gonna put you on a wonderful topic on the Stud Vision podcast.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
It ain't even gonna be about Aquarius.
Nah, because shout out to all the zodiac signs, y'all.
I can't defend this no more, y'all. I can't defend this.
You really can't.
I don't know what y'all out here doing.
Surviving the Aquarius. I'm ready to tell my story.
On the real, write a book.
Okay, I quit. She been trying to end this episode, y'all.
Right, let's go. Let's go.
No, because I'm saying that. I forgot you said surviving Aquarius. Like, we survived.
I did. That's why I said it. Surviving.
Oh God,
I'm a survivor.
Okay, wait, I got it.
Okay, builders.
Okay, builders. It's your girl, Kantoinette, the blogger, and you can follow me on Instagram at Kantoinette_the blogger. Follow Let's Build Futures page at Let's_build_futures and visit letsbuildfutures.com for all the blog posts, podcast episodes, and LBF news. You can also hit me up at Gmail at allthingslbf@gmail.com if you want to talk. Send me in some suggestions, letters, whatever. It's open to you. And also visit the YouTube page, because this episode, as well as previous episodes, will be up on LBF YouTube page. So until next time, y'all, this has been what it was.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.